What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's action figure talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we're going to be talking about some Black Series controversies and a little bit of more NECA celebrating. So let's just jump right into it. First off, Justin, how easy was it pre-ordering Toka and Raza?
I pushed a button.
I said, pre-order, type in my card. Yes, please. Dude, I loved it.
Yep.
By the time this episode goes up, you missed your window. So hopefully you got your pre-order in. You had a whole week to do it.
Yep.
The scalpers have lost it. The eBay listings are hilarious.
That is true.
The panicky, oh, no one's going to buy these. Gonna go quick. Must act now. Seriously.
Yeah, they're going to go quick.
Yeah.
All the pre-orders.
Right. Sold out already, dude. Don't look though.
Don't look at the NECA store.
Go look at eBay and check out some of those eBay listings, because I was cracking up looking at how desperate the scalpers are getting. They're like, mine's only $120 for one.
Ooh.
Which I guess in all reality, when you include shipping, isn't too far off the mark, which some collectors I saw were complaining about the shipping price. But at the same time, if you don't buy it now, it's never going to be this cheap again.
Mm-hmm.
And we could almost 100% guarantee that, because barely anything from NECA ever loses value.
Right.
So,
and if you've ever tried shipping something that large, you would know that $16 might not be too unrealistic as you might be thinking.
True.
So.
Which it was more for people in certain areas of the United States.
Right.
Where we live, the shipping was like $16, which is a little steep, but at the same time, again, it's probably as cheap as it's going to get.
Right.
And I imagine Toka and Raza are extremely heavy. They look huge.
Right.
So, yeah, if you've ever tried to ship something, you know once you start putting some weight on it, that price shoots way up super quick.
Yep.
It's a lot of the reason why I haven't sold a couple things out of my collection, because I'm like, they're so big, it'd kill me in shipping if I wanted to try and sell something. But anyways, hopefully you guys got your Toka and Raza, because that was super awesome that NECA was able to do that. Let's hope for the future we could do that with all the turtles.
I agree.
All movie turtle stuff. Just put it on the NECA store. I guarantee it sells just as well. I'd bet money on it.
Why not?
So, Justin, we finally got a look at a highly anticipated figure, two highly anticipated figures. Well, in all reality, the whole next wave of Black Series figures has been showing up online. We've been getting pictures of the Kamino clone, the Stormtrooper, Tebow, Admiral Akbar, the whole dang wave, including the Rebels. So we've been getting a lot of pictures, and we finally got a side-by-side picture, though, of the original Stormtrooper, Black Series Stormtrooper, and the new Black Series Stormtrooper. And there's a little bit of controversy, Justin.
There is. Right off the bat, one criticism of this figure is the height. However, I would not agree with that specific critique. I see a lot of people on Twitter and Instagram hating on the shortness compared to the classic Stormtrooper, the original Stormtrooper from the Black Series. But that doesn't bother me at all, because Stormtroopers are not clones.
Right.
They are average citizens drafted throughout the galaxy.
Or are they clones? We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. Well, at first...
Right.
First, the Empire definitely used the clone troopers, but obviously phased them out as they have accelerated aging, drafted normal people. So it makes sense that Stormtroopers would be heights of all different variation, just like they are in the films. One of them was so tall that he bonked his head on the doorway into the Death Star room thing.
True.
From the first movie.
And then they added the sound effect and the grunt.
And apparently he had to go get stitches. Because,
wow.
like, the inside of the helmet cut his head. somehow. I don't know if that's true or not. But
sharp plastic.
The height doesn't bother me. The iffy stuff comes on the armor, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
However, I might have an explanation for that. Because what you were saying, the chest plate and the shoulder.
Yeah. So I want to start this by saying I think overall the figure still looks pretty damn awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm going to reserve my complete judgment for when I have it in hand.
Right.
And I can mess with it. Because you never know if this is just a bad angle, this particular photo we're looking at. Mm-hmm. Could be a bad angle. Could be a number of factors here.
Yeah, because in this specific photo, one trooper is angled. You can tell it's angled more to the right. Mm-hmm. And then the new one is angled more to the left instead of like a linear side by side.
Right.
So
for me, I think the chest armor specifically and the cod piece, they both just look way oversized. Mm. And I understand that this is supposed to be the Rogue One / Mandalorian looking stormtrooper that is supposed to be a little bit more screen accurate. Mm-hmm. Because the original Black Series figure was kind of like a...
Yeah, I think that might be a reason why it just looks a little off, is because, for those of you that don't know, the original Black Series Stormtrooper that we've seen repainted so many times is actually quite an inaccurate mold.
Yeah.
Especially the helmet and a little bit of the body. It's mostly, in my opinion, the helmet. It's a little too long. It still looks amazing. It looks like a stormtrooper. A lot of those are masterpiece figures, and that's fine. But it is technically a tad inaccurate. So maybe now we're seeing an even more accurate representation of what it looked like in the film. But we're so used to seeing the original Black Series Stormtrooper that when we do see something that might be more accurate, it doesn't look more accurate. Yeah. If that makes sense.
True. That is a very good point.
Because the Stormtrooper armor, specifically the helmet, changes from Star Wars 77 and then Empire and Return. Mm-hmm. Specifically, like, I don't know, the frown, and it's just, the original is more tight. It's just more of like a tight-looking helmet, and I think specifically the Return of the Jedi one, because I just remember looking at the Hot Toy, it has like the green visor, and I don't think Stormtroopers originally had green visors. Super hard to tell that it's green. It's like kind of almost like Death Trooper. Like sometimes you can't even see that there's like green,
or like, red-eyed Vader.
Yeah,
like the eyes are red, but you can really only see it in certain shots.
Yeah. But in that Black Series Stormtrooper helmet that I have, that is actually based off the Empire and Return of the Jedi looks. So you can totally tell that there's like a tiny hint of like super dark green tint in the visor. So I'm not going to say it's I'm not going to complain about it until, like you said, until we have it in hand. That's just a little bit of an explanation of like why that might look a little jarring seeing this photo.
True.
Could be an angle, could be anything.
That is very true. So, I mean, that's a very good explanation. But we're going to wait and see. We're going to wait and see how it looks in hand. Because that's really the only way to judge a figure. But now there is a little something strange going on.
Now this is weird. This is weird.
With the new upcoming Stormtrooper. So, some pictures have surfaced here of an unmasked version of this figure. I guess the helmet comes off and underneath is an unpainted clone head.
It's just a white clone head, like white, like not white as in Caucasian, white as in the absence of color, white.
Right. It's like a paint your own clone head. But why is it on the Stormtrooper?
Why is it on the Stormtrooper, and why would you want to paint a human face and not the helmet?
Right. Wouldn't you, or just why wouldn't Hasbro paint the head?
I would say to cut costs, but then why wouldn't it just be a ball joint or something?
Right. Why make it a removable helmet in the first place?
Yeah.
If you're not
gonna... That might be why it looks weird.
True.
Because there's a head under there.
Yeah. And maybe this could be a gimmick. for Hasbro, but in classic Hasbro fashion, they've said absolutely nothing about this.
How many months ago were these figures announced? Like this wave, like it was
late last year, I believe. Well,
no, because it was during quarantine.
Yeah,
that we talked about this. So
they were rumored. Specifically, the new Stormtrooper was rumored, but yeah,
right.
You're
so
right.
like all those months ago, and they never said anything about a removable helmet and a head.
They've had so many live streams. Couple Star Wars specific ones.
Is that the clone head just without the hair?
It looks like the the Rex head.
Wait a second. Maybe this is like a diversity thing? Like maybe like if you wanted, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but if that wasn't the clone head, it would make sense. Like maybe just to reinforce that the Empire drafted people from all around the galaxy.
Except for aliens.
Right. So maybe it would make sense if there was like a few different skin tones.
Yeah. But it's just
But it's a clone head.
Right.
And all the clones are obviously clones.
Right.
That's odd.
This is the new enigma of the Black Series. Why does the Stormtrooper have a clone, unpainted clone head underneath the helmet?
I need an explanation.
Hopefully, maybe if they do another Star Wars live stream, the fans can drum up enough like, hey, what is this about? That they'll actually have to address it.
Absolutely.
It's the most confusing thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Where you're
like... That's weird to me. I saw that. It was weird. Even this next bit is weird to me as well.
True. So they also have an unpainted clone head underneath the Camino Trooper clone, which makes at least a little more sense because it's
maybe like 1% because it's still unpainted. They're clones. They all have the same skin tone. They all have the same natural hair color, unless they dye it like Commander Gree or Captain Rex. So
what if they're insinuating that during Rogue One and... Well, no, because it's supposed to be the Mandalorian. I was going to say, what if they are insinuating that the Stormtroopers we see in Rogue One are still clones?
But they talk, though, and it's not D. Bradley Baker or Morrison. Whatever his name. What is his name?
The Jango Fett actor?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Aquaman guy.
Yeah. We all know him from the hit film Aquaman. But, so this clone head has the buzz cut, like the top.
Kind of like
Cody.
Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf, Cody. Who else has the top?
Maybe this is... no, because it would be painted. I was going to say, maybe it's like, oh, if you wanted a removable helmet for Cody, you can pop off the Cody head, put this head on. But then the helmet would have nothing to go on.
Right.
Because it probably is not going to have a peg for the ball joint.
It's got to fit on the head.
Right. Wow.
So it's like... I mean, like...
This could be prototype stuff, too, but I feel like it's too soon or too late.
Right. Like, how could someone get their hands...
This episode is going to be called Figure It Out, Black Series Confusion.
Yeah. Black Series...
They turned on the orb of confusion on us. No!
Yes. Like, I could understand this if it was like, okay, plain white clone, paint your own clone, paint your own head. Put whatever sort of paint details you want on it. That could maybe make sense, but this being specifically...
painting a human face would be so difficult, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Compared to the photo reel of the Black Series.
But, like, for, like, a novelty or something, or, like, for those people that are actually really skilled with painting.
Right, but it's the same mold, too, so you get the same haircut, which I guess, like, a regular standard, like, just a regular clone trooper probably has just the one look.
But, yeah,
If this was painted... And if the head was painted and they were all the same, just with the black hair and that, I think that'd be awesome. You could have an army of clone troopers because obviously they're clones and it would make sense. If the head was painted.
Right. That's the biggest mystery is why are they unpainted?
Why are they white?
Right. Why aren't they painted?
They could have at least did the skin tone and then you can paint the hair. Maybe that would be easier than...
Apply the photo reel or something, or maybe maybe these helmets aren't supposed to come off. And maybe the person that took these photos or something heated them up so that it could pop off or something like that.
You're probably right. Because I just don't see why they would be unpainted.
Right.
Because the Black Series has never been about paint your own thing, customize it your way.
And I feel like that'd be, you know, like, you'd be like, oh, great, I get to miss out on the pretty good photo reel.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to miss out on that? So,
but why would they spend so much money on making such a good-looking head mold? Why not just use a ball joint? Don't you think that would be cheaper?
I mean,
for a helmet? Maybe they just plan to do a significant amount of troopers with removable helmets, like Fives, Jesse, Echo.
That's the other thing, is maybe both of these head sculpts being here could mean like we're finally going to get all the other clones that everyone's been dying for years. So, I mean, that'd be great. I'm down.
I just don't see how that would be cheaper to do that than a ball. Maybe it's because the new helmet mold. And there's so many characters coming with removable helmets that it would be cheaper for them just to do the heads.
Right.
Just because there's so many characters. I mean, that could be a good sign.
Right. They make it... Okay, so maybe from here on out, the clones are all going to have removable helmets. And they just made the helmet mold to always fit around a head. They don't have a full-on... Like the old clone troopers, where the whole head is the is the mold. And
the grunt troopers, you're not going to take the helmet off of a grunt trooper, so they're like, we don't need to paint it.
Yeah, that's
probably it. Hopefully, because that means we get like Waxer, Boyle, Kicks, Jesse, Fives, Echo.
Get them all in there.
Cut up, heavy.
Get them all in there. 99.
The Hunchback clone.
So I don't know, what do you guys think? Let's talk about that in the comments down below. And that's pretty much all we got this week. There's a rumored First Order Stormtrooper helmet coming, but now
here's the thing.
Who cares?
Here's the thing. Why not do a clone helmet to go along with this
Phase
Clone Wars Season 7 came out this year. We got
Phase 1 and 2. Yeah. Doing both.
Yeah.
Repaint them.
Custom.
Coruscant Guard. Captain Rex helmet. Commander Cody helmet.
You know Disney's going, you better make a First Order helmet.
So, I mean, First Order fans, that's really cool. A lot of people have been finding Wave 3 of the 40th Anniversary Empire Strikes Back figures at Target. Pretty cool. Might snag that Vader. I don't know.
Might as well wait for the resealable box.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now, one last thing before we go. What do you think about that kids... it's like a kids light up Darksaber.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't see this.
So I think it's for kids, but it's a pretty decently sized Darksaber that lights up.
Wow.
And I'm kind of interested because it kind of looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
Especially for something that I think is more so marketed for kids.
Whoa, why do we see that Mandalorian? Who's that?
Oh, Season 2?
Ooh. Look at that packaging. It has Maul, Sabine.
Nice. All the people who have wielded it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Darksaber is so hot right now.
Right.
Because, obviously, Mandalorian
finale. Dude, that'd be sick if they did a Force Effects Darksaber. I don't know.
And it had the correct sounds.
Yeah. I don't know how you'd pull that off, but...
Yeah, very cool sounding saber. One of a kind.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been thinking about that. I'm like, man, if I see that in stores, I think I might actually go for it.
Yeah, I've been rewatching Star Wars Rebels, and Season 3 specifically has, like, I don't remember it having so much of this, but it has so much Mandalorian lore.
Nice.
That I'm like, why isn't this talked about more? We literally have the Mandalorian show. Season 3 is just like chock full of Mandalorian lore, like the origin of the Darksaber, a lot of good stuff, a lot of different clans,
Nice.
It's very good stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I kind of remember season 3 as being like the weak link, but it introduces Thrawn. It has so much Mandalorian lore. I think now that I'm more mature.
I was gonna say
no more boom boom.
I mean, you know, love to our brother Steven, but I remember him saying that season 3 was pretty boring back in the day. So I always remember that. I haven't got to season 3 yet, though. I'm only still on season 1. Still on season 4 of Clone Wars, but I have been watching episodes.
All right. You are forgiven.
I'm almost done with season 4. Couple episodes left.
Dude, Bucky's unresponsive. He's just sitting there playing Skate 3 like he always does.
Yep.
Now you know.
What do you want from me?
Little do you guys know.
Behind this camera, every single episode of Figure It Out, Bucky's behind the camera playing Skate 3.
Little do you guys know. Everyone's like, "Where's Bucky? Where's Bucky?" Oh, he's here.
They're lying. What they're saying is untrue. I'm not here.
All right. So that's pretty much all we have for you on this week's episode of Figure It Out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series on the channel. Of course, I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time on Out of the Basement.